This is AIX, your daily dose of AI news.
All right, welcome. Today, we are going to do something that feels, well, it feels like straight up magic. We're going to build our very own AI that can take any sentence you dream up and turn it into a totally unique image. And we're going to do it all with just a little bit of Python. So let's just dive right in. So you've seen those incredible AI images all over the internet, right? The ones that make you stop scrolling and just think, how in the world did they make that? Well, that's exactly what we're tackling. By the time we're done here, you won't just know how it's done. You'll have the code to do it yourself. Okay, so here's the game plan. First, we'll break down what we're really building here. Then we'll get our digital workshop set up. After that, the fun part, making our very first image. Then we'll learn how to get creative control, turn it into a simple web app, and I'll even give you a roadmap for where to go next. Sound good? All right, first things first, when I say we're going to build an AI image generator, what does that actually mean? Let's get on the same page because it's probably not what you think. So here's the deal. Our goal is to write a simple Python script. You give it some text, like a photorealistic cat flying in space, and it uses a giant, super powerful pre-trained AI model to make that image real. And that word right there, pre-trained, that's the secret sauce. That's what makes this whole thing possible for you and me. And this is so important to understand. Trying to train one of these models from scratch? Forget about it. It's a massive undertaking. We're talking millions of images, crazy expensive computers. It's a job for huge tech companies. We're taking the smart path. Think of it like this. We're not building the car engine from scratch. We're taking a high-performance engine that's already been built and dropping it into a car we design. We're standing on the shoulders of giants here. Okay, theory's over. Time to get our hands dirty. Every creator needs a workshop, so let's get our digital one set up and ready to go. So, what do you need? It's pretty simple, actually. A modern version of Python, so 3.10 or newer, and a decent amount of RAM, at least 8 gigs. Now, the ideal setup is to have an NVIDIA GPU, because that's going to make things way faster. But hey, if you don't have one, no sweat. You can totally run this on your main computer processor, your CPU. It'll just be a bit slower. You'll have time to grab a coffee while it works. Okay, here are the 4 magic commands, to get everything installed. First, we set up a virtual environment, which is just a clean, separate little sandbox for our project. Then, we make sure our installer, pip, is up to date. Step 3, we install Torch and Torch Vision. That's kind of like the main AI engine. And finally, we install the Diffusers library from a company called Hugging Face. This library is amazing. It's what makes downloading and using these giant AI models super simple. All right, this is the moment we've been waiting for. The setup is done, the plan is clear. It is time for that aha moment. Let's write the code that makes the magic happen. So, step 1, we have to choose our artist. This first line of code does just that. We're basically telling our script, hey, go grab the model named Stable Diffusion version 1.5. It's a really popular and powerful one, and it's just sitting there waiting for us on the Hugging Face hub. Step 2, load the pipeline. Okay, so what's a pipeline? This is a super clever idea from the Diffusers library. Imagine it as a pre-packaged toolkit for our AI artist. It doesn't just load the model, it loads everything it needs to work, all the little helper components, into one convenient package. It just handles all the complicated stuff for us. It's awesome. Step 3 is all about speed. We tell our pipeline to move itself over to the CUDA device, which is just code speak for an NVIDIA GPU. Now, this is optional, but trust me, it's a total game changer. This one line of code is the difference between waiting minutes for an image and waiting just a few seconds. It's like strapping a rocket booster to our AI. And now for step 4, this is where you come in. This is the fun part. You write your prompt. This is your instruction, your creative vision. You are the director telling the AI what to paint. And you'll find that crafting good prompts, prompt engineering, is a whole art form in itself. The more detail you give it, the better the results. Finally, step 5, we make the magic happen. We just call our pipe object and pass in our prompt. The AI does its thing, goes through this whole complex process, and boom, out comes an image. Then we just save it to a file, and that's it. You've literally just created a piece of art from a line of text. How cool is that? Okay, so making an image is awesome. But what if you want more control? What if you want to be the artist, not just the person giving the suggestion? Well, that's what's next. Let's look at how we can start fine-tuning the AI's creative process. Think of these parameters as the knobs and dials on your creative machine. Num inference steps is basically a quality setting. More steps means higher quality, but it's slower. Guidance scale is really interesting. It tells the AI how strictly it should follow your prompt. A lower number gives it more creative freedom. And seed is your best friend for getting repeatable results. If you get an image you absolutely love, you can save that seed number and you'll be able to generate that same image again and again. Running a script in a terminal is cool for us, but it's not very user-friendly, right? What if you wanted to let your friends or family play with your creation? Well, let's take this to the next level and build a super simple web app for it. And you're probably thinking, oh no, web development, this is going to be hard. Nope, it's ridiculously easy. There's this amazing library called Gradio, and you install it with just one command. Seriously, that's all it takes to get started. And the code itself is just as simple. You basically take the function we already wrote to generate an image, and you just wrap it up inside this Gradio interface. You tell it, hey, Gradio, use this function, I need a text box for the input, and the output is going to be an image. It figures out the rest. And just like that, boom, you run the script, and Gradio instantly creates a little web app for you right on your computer. It gives you a local web address, you open it in your browser, and there it is, a mini DALL-E-style interface that you built. It's honestly kind of mind-blowing how easy it is. So you've made a generator, you've even built a cool little web app for it. So now what? Where do you go from here? Well, believe me, we've only just scratched the surface. Let's quickly look at your learning roadmap. The really exciting next step is called fine-tuning. This is where you actually teach the AI new things. Instead of using the generic model, you can train it on a specific style or a product you sell or even your own face. With techniques like Dream Booth or Laura, you can show it just a few pictures and it learns. This is how you create something truly unique that no one else has. So here it is, your path to mastery broken down into 5 simple steps. You've already done number 1. The next logical step is to just play with all those parameters we talked about, get a feel for them. Then build that Gradio UI. From there, you can dive into the world of customizing a model. And who knows, maybe you'll end up building a full product out of it. So we've covered the what, the why, and the how. You now have the code, the tools, and the roadmap. You literally have everything you need to start creating entire worlds just by typing a few words. The only question left is, what are you gonna create first?